famed I'm taking the top. As famed dungeon masters, the Coasters, once said, seeing that diplomacy had failed and the party were itching for a fight. Take out your sword and shut your trap. Boom, 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 boom. Because you have min-maxed all your stats. Ding, 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 ding. No point in talking this outright. Do, 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 do. So grab those dice and hold them tight. Clackety clack. Roll for attack. Hey, hey. Welcome to Homebrew.
From the first note, I knew it was going to be clackety clack.
Yeah, yeah.
I was trying to figure out what it was going to be the whole time, and I did not expect. I was thinking natty nat.
Oh, that's good.
No, it's not.
Well, it's not. It's not good.
It's not good at all.
I think I'm glad. For once, I did worse in my head than you did out loud. Had to happen
That
once.
implies that the rest of the time in your head you've had fucking zingers.
Yeah. But that's my general.
Hey,
So the only time you keep jokes to yourself are when they're good. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That sounds like you, actually.
Yeah. I only give you guys the worst jokes. I keep the real gold to myself.
Real gold for me. Fake gold for you. Hi, welcome to Homebrew. This isn't your first time watching, almost guaranteed. So you know what we're here for. We're here to escape the crushing dullness of everyday life using our two favorite forms of escapism: alcohol and Creative Commons license now, public domain. Maybe I don't fucking know. Dungeons and Dragons. Oh wow, we can use Strad now. We can say Strad as much as we want now.
You can straddle the line.
Welcome to Homebrew. Let's get introduced to the beers. I'll start. I am having a Dark Arts Porter for Trouble Brewing. Fun fact about this beer, it's a fun Ben fact, probably the first craft beer I ever had. It started circulating about, like 10 years ago. It was with Lucy in a pub in Dalkey. They had this. And I was like, oh, that looks cool. And I drank it. And then the rest, as they say, is history.
Nice.
Going around. Who's beside me? Wes is beside me. Hi, Wes.
Hi. I, as I was telling the cast before we went live, had to rush in from work, so I'm drinking what was in my fridge. I have a single can of Sierra Nevada.
Ooh.
And several bottles of Peroni, none of which really lend themselves to juicy beer magic, but we'll see. I'm probably going to start reading the fine print and see if we can just kind of bastardize that.
Scraping the barrel.
Do you know what? Actually, the Sierra Nevada says family owned, operated, and argued over. I feel like I'm just going to cherry pick some of those words and see what we can get out of that.
Mm-hmm.
But them's my beers. I'm also going to run down and get my Arlington mug in a minute because I literally just bolted into the room. But I need that for the juice.
Well, if you need to go now, now's a good time.
I may as well do that, yeah, because I'm not going to drink it in a can.
If I ask you for a tough roll during the game, why not be like, hey, Arlington, give me a death saving throw. Like, I'm going to go get that thing.
Yeah. You hold that thought.
Yeah.
I'm going to go roll up a new character.
Paul, what are you drinking?
So I am drinking a non-alcoholic Copperberg strawberry and lime because they are delicious, I got to say. But as tradition has it, oh my God, where is it? Oh, right here. It's right here. Rambulan, which is actually not the Navy strength, it's the regular strength. So it's quite good. It's actually a lot better than the Navy strength. The Navy strength I find is actually better for cocktails now, but the normal Rambulan is actually nicer just for mixing in with different things. So I've got ginger ale and Coke and stuff like that downstairs, down beside my desk to fill out.
For a little reminder for those watching along, obviously do let us know what you're drinking in the sidebar, in your little snug, and then below the table if you're commenting afterwards, because I might be able to use the comment ones. We might be done by the time you comment. Who knows what year it'll be. But Rumbulian is Randir's home city. It's a traveling city. It's a mystical city. You can only go there if you know where it is, but it moves around Hibernia, so you never know where it will be. City full of people. Iggy, Lucy, wearing the lines.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
The beer that I'm drinking today, once again, is gin and tonic by, at least it's a beer company. No, it's a cider company, the Copperberg Gin. Copperberg Gin and Tonic. So I definitely, anyone in the chat wants to give a beer, because last week I think I used chat's beer to basically potentially make a huge change in my character. So I'll pilfer any
Dakota Soul.
any beer.
I think Big Isaac's Dakota Soul.
Making notes.
And Keelan, surely, I mean, the rest of the
Hey.
beers, it really makes me feel like you guys aren't trying to win. So I'm hoping you are doing something like
Well, what I'm currently drinking might help. It's called a smoked sauna sour, and
Oh
you
my
know,
God,
I,
so Keelan.
I saw that there was a sauna there, and I thought, it's probably just a name. I see sour, so it's probably sour. I drank it, and I was not expecting it to taste like a fireplace. It's a peated beer.
Peated
It's
beer.
an oak smoked wheat and peated malt shake. Malt shake hands with a pilsner malt. Yeah, it tastes like a lovely peated whiskey, but in beer form and sour.
Is it too late to
So-
bring in the catchphrase "wheated and peated" to the group? Is that a thing? Does that mean anything?
Wheated and peated is a great name, or is a great catchphrase.
Doesn't mean anything,
Uh,
but it sounds nice.
we didn't beat it.
Wheated and wheat.
Peated wheat.
Peated and wheat. Yeah.
That's good.
Sure. So smoked sauna, that could be helpful, if I really wanted to. It's kind of like an after effect. I cast a fire spell and then makes it smoky and too warm.
It's also
but,
a great
arguably-
character name.
Oh yeah, smoked sauna sour. The older brother of Sour Sue's. And then I do have something else that might be useful. Blizzard Smush. Blizzard Smush is obviously going to be helpful. Double fruited candy sour. I think I've had this on the stream before, and I think I was lukewarm about it, but let's see, because I have it in the house anyway. So, Blizzard Smush, it's got a good name. It's definitely going to be useful. Ooh, and I see in the distance, what was the... I have it, but I just keep not wanting to drink it on stream because I just don't think it's going to be useful for us. But maybe this is the perfect time to use Bitter End on Rua. Just end
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah. Just
Yeah,
play
that
it
sounds
right.
like a break glass in case of beer emergency.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm drinking. I wasn't expecting the smoky, even though it literally says it on the can. I wasn't expecting it at all.
Yeah, smoke and sour don't really, wouldn't consider it. Usually, if something's sour and is meant to be smoky, it's gone off.
Yeah. I mean, this could be gone off. I've had it for a while.
I mean, I like it as an opposite. Like, if we ever meet Smoky Susie, like, gonna be all about that girl.
She's a hot shot.
The good.
It's just Sour Sue's when she has a cold.
Yeah, somehow less dour.
But housekeeping, we'll keep this tight because we've very little campaign left, so we might as well get cracking into it. We'll be finished up this is our fourth last episode.
We're running out of railroad.
Yeah, we're running out of railroad. But if you want to get 10% off at DakotaIrish.com, you can use our extra special celebratory promo code for these last episodes. Last call, LASTCALL. Last call. That will let them know that we
Don't forget, there's a question mark after that T.
Yeah. Very important. Tea?
Last call is the code you can use. They have, speaking of teas, they just recently released some D&D inspired teas on their site. They're all sold out, so that's how popular they are. But if they restock them before the show ends, you could use last call. Or when we're back with new promo codes and other campaigns and all the other stuff we're going to do after this, you could use the promo codes then, hopefully. And there was a Geigy last week, a Geigy Award, Don't Be That Gygax. It's only taken us 77 episodes for the Geigy not to be rules related, but canon related. So we incorrectly, the entire last episode, were referring to Huck as the ideal of chaos. He ain't. He's the ideal of destruction. The difference, you ask? We don't know.
Chaos isn't necessarily destruction. Chaos can be
Yeah.
construction.
That's why it's an important distinction.
Yeah, that's why we made.
Did someone win the award?
Yeah, Keelan.
Me.
yeah. Keelan was like,
As soon as we finished the stream, I was like, "Oh yeah, we were wrong that past hour, totally wrong."
we got to do it all over again.
Yeah.
That's it. Are we ready for the? We're now down to there's 4 episodes. Here we are. All good to go.
Yeah, I think
Everyone
so.
happy?
Excited.
Oh,
Yeah.
We are. A couple of us are sleepy beepies tonight as well, so I don't even know if I'll bother doing accents. Just figure out.
Who's talking? Is that Puck?
Sorry.
Puck.
Well, without further ado, grab a drink, pull up a chair as we dive into a world where anything is possible. Quite literally, anything is possible, but not always probable. Welcome back to the realm of Hibernia. Brandir, my favorite brewer. Actually, I haven't been paying attention. What's been happening?
Extracts from the memoirs of Randir Gorum, titled "How I Became a God," written by a literal ghostwriter. I think it was a Tuesday. This kind of days get all messed up while you're in the Feywilds, but it happened right after the Game of Death. Arlington was kind of in a shock situation where he had unfortunately killed his father, but we got a visit from our old dog friend, and we needed to whisk away. But prior to that, we decided that we would get rid of all of which was the gifts that Rua gave us. Mostly they are put into Hook's bedroom. So if anyone ends up in the Feywilds and winds up in some weird kid's bedroom with a load of really powerful artifacts, you might have just entered Hook's bedroom. Don't touch anything in there. Or use a blacklight. Which is, well, after we had made a plan with Puck, King Puck, great man, weird universe, we may have pulled a fast one on Rua, where we had disguised some of the Feywild people to take our place and talk about really boring stuff, really. But after that plan, we whisked away into the sky, seeing the rifts of different worlds, different dimensions being torn together. This is getting pretty serious now, lads. Wait until chapter 3 for that. Which is, we also stumbled across essentially a horrible death scene where most of the gods had been killed. And one of them, which was Mana McClear's, which was essence of godhood, had been whisking around the place. Well, I decided that, it probably tastes pretty good as a beer, so we decided to make ourselves a barrel, and which was
You did what with my god?
using a little bit of
We bottled them.
using a little bit of
You weren't here.
using a little bit of space, which had creation and destruction powers. We made a barrel full of Mana McClear's god essence, which our good friend Iggy decided to pour her first glass from. And, well, we may just have a new shepherd of souls. Let's find out. But just before that, also, which was Yankee Doodle and arrived, who's head of the head of the Fina. We might be on trial, but let's not go to Ballaglen, please. So,
Yeah, that's you managed to bottle both Mana McClear and the Morrigan. The Morrigan was the one that Iggy drank. And if you think it's hog wild that you could bottle a beer with a god, let me show you what Larkins did. They done up bottled the Morrigan. So it exists. This is what you had, Iggy. You had a particularly long-aged stout, having spent 9 months in fresh bourbon barrels. It's 10.5%. So when you see me cracking into this tonight, it's trouble.
I should have bought that and brought it with me and planned all this out. That kind of looks like a cool Iggy.
It does,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
Okay.
We should definitely get you a shield, actually. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
no, not at all.
That's,
What?
no, we only have three episodes left.
Where's the get a shield?
Is that shield made of chalkboard? Is that what that is?
Hey, that's not
I'm
a
with-
bad idea.
yeah.
You could use your slate and do an illusion shield around it. That'd be cool.
I can't believe you drank my god.
Well, the Mana McClear one's still in there. He's still aging.
You can drink it, I think. You will have to pay for it because I'm pretty sure it was made into a product.
Yes.
We're a
Part of
stick
the
modified him.
Just like all of our
There's
folklore
some,
and
I mean,
modified Irishisms.
are we going for parallels where like God is dead and we made money out of it, so it's like just capitalism destroying Catholicism or something? I don't know. I can't tell how I feel about that.
Yeah, I
It's
gotta
a
go.
writerly show, not a writerly show. It's whatever meaning you've taken out of this, that's fine. Yes, so Yankee Doodle, aka Minky Boodle, the head of the Fina, a gnome, turned up with the Backwards Bastards, the bounty hunter who was hunting down Arlington and Bean way back episode Roll the
Yeah, we
first
killed
one.
him very early on. I feel like he was more. We should have kept him around. Maybe it was a waste of a cool name.
Yeah, the backwards
Nah.
bastards. And they also
He was
turned
scum.
on. Yeah, he was scum. In fairness, those two Aarakocra, the time cops, who were called Starco. Where the fuck is it? Starocol and Mondri. They were the two. But before we get into that, Iggy, you drank the essence of the Morrigan, the goddess of death, and you felt darkness close in around you. At the same time as Mickey Boodle stepped through a portal with these time cops and the backwards bastard, you fell to the ground, seemingly unconscious or dead. We don't know. That's what medicine checks are for. But you feel yourself in a hot, humid city. You can see there are clay tiles along roofs and pristine white painted walls. It's beside the sea. You can hear seagulls around you, the kind of toot and horns of boats. But you feel yourself being drawn into a small room at the top of a 4-story building. And you see in bed, wrapped in shawls, a small sort of vulpine featured or like fox-like old woman. Around her you can see a younger looking humanoid fox. There's a familiar resemblance. You get the feeling maybe mother and daughter. And beside that fox, a half-elf man. And then around them, a sort of mix of fox and half-elven children. And there seems to be people around. They are around this woman as she lies in bed. Is there anything you would like to do?
Can I? What is she looking anywhere? Is she looking at me? Do I?
Surprisingly, yes. She seems to kind of, this old woman in the bed seems to look past her family and go, oh, it's time.
I think Iggy's going to panic somewhat and start looking around the room. This is just suddenly somewhere she's not supposed to be, and can I? And I'm like, probably immediately trying to touch the bed or the walls just to kind of figure out. Wait, am I here? What's happening?
Yeah, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, that is a 4. Oh, it's a 5. It's fine.
You try to touch the bed, and there's a little bit. It's like you're pushing through something that's like made of soft foam. It's like you feel some resistance. Your hand goes through, and then you look at your hand and you see that it's kind of the idea of a hand is there, but you mightn't be fully in corporeal form here. And you look down,
Okay.
and no legs. Oh shit, you're in the metaverse. You're not really there. There's just a presence. You look around, just try to catch your reflection, and it's like sort of black shape made of feathers almost. You get the feeling you can control how you appear, but at the moment it's just trying to grasp at something that this woman might recognize.
So Iggy is thinking, holy shit, okay, is this what I don't know if this is what I was wanting. I said a band-aid on the situation. I think I thought a sign, like maybe a little sign, like souls go here. This seems quite kind of more like on the job training, like quite and I'm just gonna look at her, this woman, and say, hello, can you see me?
You feel the family as she's fallen asleep in the bed, and the family all kind of leave the room to give her a moment's rest. And in that moment, as she's kind of sleeping, she opens her eye slyly and goes, yeah, I can see you. I was just waiting for them to go. It's not nice to leave unannounced. Lead the way, I suppose.
Okay. Have you done this before? This is my first time.
Oh, well, that makes 2 of us.
Oh, okay, that makes me feel better. I think what's happening is I'm here because I wanted to help you, but kind of in an abstract way, if I'm honest. But I do want to help you now in a very specific way. Can I see if I can touch her?
Yeah. Give me another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh no! I thought it was I thought it was a natural one. That was the natural 20. That was 21.
Woo!
Yeah, that's
Who mixes
natural
those
one.
up?
This
Yeah.
means I touch her in a useful way, but also emotionally.
Yes. Yeah. She's calmed by your presence, and she holds out a hand, and you feel, not her. You don't touch her physical form. Touch her sense of essence and afterlife, and so you touch her soul as floating up from her body. She just sort of sits on the edge of the bed, puts her hand, and in this sort of ghostly form, your hands can meet. It's strange that in the physical world you weren't really attaching to anything. You seem to definitely be able to attach to her spirit. And a doorway opens up. What would actually no, ignore the doorway thing. Iggy, you get to describe what a passing from one world to the next should look like. In my head, it was sort of an archway of light, but I'm not the god of death. You are, so you tell me.
Well, I was going to ask her where she wanted to go, and so then maybe it can look like that. So maybe if it's like the house of her, a childhood home, or it's a way into a field or something. If it's like, if I could take you somewhere right now, and maybe you're going to be there for a while. If I'm honest, I'm not totally sure. But if you had to pick, where would it be? That's what I'd like to ask her.
Yeah, you get the vision of a still lake, almost crystalline, yeah, crystalline, in its nature, and diamond shaped. And you see there is a small thatched cottage with a plume of smoke, and outside a centaur fishing. She goes, "Anywhere? Back to Alejandro."
I love it. Let's go see him. He looks great. And can I grab her hand? I'm imagining we're on the bed, we're by the bed, and the water's there, and we can just hop into the water. And that's like how she goes there.
She disappears in, but as you hop in,
because by the way, I want her to then get to emerge to Alejandro, like out of the lake, like Bond girl back in whatever year she wants. So that's why I was giving her that good like intro.
Yes, yeah. And you see the ripple of waves as she, now younger, emerging from the water. She is in her prime, which is only 6 months younger. I mean, she was a hot old lady.
It's whatever you felt right.
Whatever but she heads in. Alejandro, you get the sense isn't alive either. There's like a sense of two spirits kindled in death. But as she swims away, you feel yourself being sucked to a different place. It's cold here. It's a bit wet and muggy. There's moss on the wall. You sort of step forward and there's a crumbling of a rock. You're in a sort of narrow cavern. Hard to even see. It's sort of dark. There's not much light. You don't even see why you're meant to be here.
Okay, I feel like a lot of warmth just was filled like on a deep level in that last bit. So this is like a brain freeze suddenly being, ricocheted into this area. So I'm probably just now scrambling around. Can I scramble around and try and look? I almost forget what I'm looking for, but like panic that I'm trapped.
Yeah, give me a perception check. And it's funny because it does feel like there is plenty of space, but death and underground, gives everyone the heebie-jeebies.
I'm thinking of all the stories that Randir tells us day in and day out about avalanches, and I'm like,
it's not fun. It's not fun.
That was 28.
Pardon?
It was a 28 on perception.
Yeah, as you look around, your eyes begin to focus, and you let the kind of lack of light almost change your physical form to be. You give yourself. You probably already had night vision as Iggy, but is this new form? It's hard to shape. And you see that right in front of you is a gap in the ground, and at the same time you hear someone down there going, "If you could, is someone up there?"
Yes, yeah, I'm here. Are you okay? Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm a bit bruised, but I'm okay. If you could just help me out.
And can I look over and see how he's getting on?
Yeah, you see a half-orc man. He looks like he's in his early 20s. and he has fallen down into a sort of pit trap. Pit traps are those things with those sharpened spikes.
Oh shit!
But he's just beside it, being like, "Yeah, I misstepped, and like I'm here now. But if you could just help me up, I'll just continue on. It's this one almost got me."
Does he have any blood on him?
Yeah, it's pretty bloody.
Can I reach down, like holding on one? Can I like lie down, hold one of the spikes? So I can like reach down to give him a hand out.
Yeah, easy enough to do.
Thanks.
And you lift him up out of the hole. As you do, you see that there seems to be a dark shape down there as well, just kind of crumbled in the spikes. But he dusts himself off. Whoa, thank you very much. That one, I could have been a goner. I really appreciate it. Well, I'm going to keep exploring if that's okay with you. He goes to hop over the trap.
That's you want to keep exploring? Okay, that's great. Yeah, where was the best place that you ever explored? Terrible idea. It's like sending people to the
Oh my god.
Where's the best place? Well, to be honest, I haven't done this much, which is why I fell in the hole. With the Black Hound gone, there's all these rooms out here filled with treasure, so this is my first one.
I
can't wait to explore so many more. I got a lifetime of ruin exploring ahead of me.
In a way, you do, but also it is the end of that lifetime. If I can just break that to you real quick, I'm here on really an admin role. Again, I actually wasn't supposed to. I didn't think I was going to be here in like a physical way. So I hope you understand. It's my first day, but I think
Whoa! You're not trying to pull a fast one on me, are you? And he reaches for just kind of down by his waist.
Can I point?
This treasure's mine, lady.
Can I point down the hole? What, with kind eyes and holding
kind eyes.
Yeah, I'm imagining the ghost of Christmas future. He had kind eyes, right? Pointing at the grave.
Give me a persuasion check, I suppose.
Yeah, I can do that. So I'm, see.
Sure, that. Okay. 20 and a 20.
I think I'm meant to be
the shit.
That was a 32.
Oh, wow.
I like how that proceeded. Like, you said, I can do that with the most confidence you said anything in this whole campaign, and then you got a 32.
I rolled really well on this one.
This is incredible.
Wow. 19, 19. Like, wow.
Yeah.
And you can see this is on D&D Beyond, so these are the
Oh, shoot. Did I say with disadvantage? I meant to say with disadvantage.
But it was with kind eyes and pointing and holding his arm so I can, like, hug him or I don't know what.
Push back in.
I can actually push you back in as many times as you want.
Is that me?
I think I like I said, not totally sure what it means, but I think I've been sent here to make sure that you aren't left here, or that you don't go somewhere you don't want to be. But it looks like you're not going to continue this specific adventure.
Oh,
this is so awkward. I feel like I'm doing like what's that movie where you have to fire people for a company? Give them the right redundancy package. Like, up in the air.
Anyone? Yeah. I see. It's too soon, though. Can you put me back in? If you can take me away, you can put me back, right?
That's basically exactly what I can't do. I really actually only think I can do one thing. I can try. Actually, it's my first day. Do you want to try? And can I grab his hand and hop down into the hole?
Yeah. He's
I don't know. I don't think I can do that.
A mess. Oh, whoa, man. I really face first into that one. Oh.
It really does look like you did die. I was gonna be like, well, you can lie in the butt. Let's get your soul back. Let's kind of mush them and like. It
Lies
really does.
Right in on it. He's like almost out a little bit. He's like, have I lined it up? Am I in?
A little bit to the left.
Okay,
That's it. And good job. Perfect. Okay. And now I'm gonna do. And can I just touch him and like whatever I.
Yeah,
I'm really
give me a medicine check. That seems like a good thing.
Ooh.
This is so
this is-
weird.
This is where she rolls a natural 20. He's dead. Yeah.
Like it would be rude to not try if you're, as he's right. You're trying to send it one way.
I guess
That was a natural 2, so it was a 5 total.
you
You
framed
managed to get him back in. He's like, it's working. It's, oh God, that's so bad. And he's like dead again. He's like, okay. So I guess you can, but not while I'm on spikes.
Okay, so maybe okay. So I think then that's probably a no, because I'm just gonna keep bringing you back this injured, right?
Yeah. You're not good at this.
Yeah, you kind of got a bad. Although I will tell you, before I was here, the other god was dead, so you actually would have just been left here alone forever. So can I tell you the only thing I know how I can do
Yeah.
is I can bring you to the afterlife, and I don't even know what that fully looks like yet, but I think I can bring you somewhere that you really want to go. If you can think of somewhere, and then maybe, hopefully, someone else, like a higher level person, is going to come to you and like finish this kind of paperwork level. But it's maybe just.
Can I
Is
think
there
on
anyone?
it? Can you come back in like a week, maybe? I'll just warn other people. I'll be like, don't go in here. Beware, there's danger. Turn back now. I could do that at the entrance, just warn anyone else. In a friendly way. I'm sure everyone will listen to me.
Like haunting it, kind of. Yeah, you totally can. My only thing is, I don't know if I'll ever be like brought back here again. So you might be stuck haunting here, this hole in the dark forever. So you, and that's the sense, you might have to make a decision now. Like I don't want to pressure you. I'm kind of into the.
Wow, I didn't think Afterlife would be so immediate. I thought they
This
had
is
a whole
this
lot.
is the high stakes drama I've been yearning for our final act.
I can keep watching this forever.
So I'm dead. Can I just haunt this place?
If it means no one else will fall in, then I guess I'll do that for a while. That's okay with you if I'm allowed.
But one thing I'll just say to you, you're probably not the first person to have fallen into this hole. And there wasn't someone that stuck around to rescue you. But that means all of them got to go and live in their afterlives and maybe see people they loved. And they deserve that just like you do. So you don't have to be selfless here.
No one loves me. I came to find treasure because then people would like me.
Maybe you can just think of like loads of treasure and I can bring you there. I think I'm not totally, like, again, I'm not, they didn't give me the full.
Why use this treasure if it doesn't buy you the love of friends?
Okay, well then maybe think of loads of friends and I can try and bring you there.
All my friends are alive. Kill my friends?
You should have covered this for me in orientation because I'm not actually sure what I can promise. Like, can I kill your friends? Maybe. Do you want to try? No,
Yes.
no, I'm sorry.
You see his spirit get like real viciously big and monstrous again. Yes.
And I'm just gonna grab. Can I just grab his hands and like just think of like a meadow and send him there?
Give me a what would that be? I suppose it's just a straight
that's
up
pretty ghost busting check, right?
Yeah, give me a ghost busting check.
Yeah.
Just roll me a 20 on the die. Let's see what happens.
My God.
11.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You manage to get him. A pit opens up underneath him, and he falls into a meadow below. But it's not a meadow of grass; it's a meadow of glass. And he's like, "Oh, I'll get you!" And the portal closes.
Can I try and like remember his face just to like put on my to-do list, that kind of thing? Like, okay, I really need to go back to that. Like, I need to like put a pin in that and
I
go
feel
back
like
to
you're
that.
never going to forget that face.
Yeah, it looked like
Yeah,
this.
I feel like it didn't go well.
That was-
Okay.
Oh,
So did he die in a pit and then you put him in another pit?
Yeah,
a pit of
There's always
glass.
further to fall.
there's always more pits.
Kind of poetic. What was I saying?
He just seems to really like pits.
It's just the pit stop of the afterlife.
Yeah.
I should have told him that yes, he's just staying in haunting, but just sent him to the memory of being outside the pit, told him that's what he was doing, and then my admin from admin side, it still would have been ticked off.
Of course,
So-
it's so obvious.
Well, you're learning. You're learning about how to be.
I really feel this is great. I feel like I'm learning a lot in my new job.
All right. Next death. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, let's roll it through this. You see the hooks, punks, and the final battle. You find yourself in a library, but the books are scorched. Not scorched, on fire. Still burning? Hard to say.
Scorching.
Scorching. The books are scorching, and in the center of it, a small elven boy, just sort of kind of pulling his thumbs, being, "Oh, I think I did bad."
I'm just gonna walk over and be like, "It's okay. They'll write more books. It's fine."
You're Rua.
I'm not. What?
You're
Have
my
we met?
patron Rua.
I'm immediately confused. Is there a mirror anywhere? Can I look around? Can I look down at myself? Am I not still a weird bird thing?
You are a weird bird thing. Still. Or bird thing in this place. But you see your reflection in through his eyes, and looks like you're Iggy. He sees, very clear idea. This kid just, had a feeling that when death would come, his patron would come and get him.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna kneel down beside him and say, "I'm actually not Rua, but she's my mom. She's my mom. She's my mom." What language? What do they use in Hibernian? So I'm here. Will I do?
Well, sure, I guess. I'm a bard. I study in the bard school. I just started, but I'm also a sorcerer. Not a very good one, as you can see, because sometimes you do magic and the magic happens. And but if this is what I think it is, I'm going to become magic now.
Yeah, that's pretty good. What's your name?
My name.
Smoked sauna.
We're not pulling the bird child, so. Okay, fine.
Well, it's just sauna, but now it's smoke sauna.
Yeah.
Shauna. Yeah.
Shauna. Okay.
That's very good.
Okay. My name's Shauna.
Cool. I just wanted to remember you because I love meeting bards, and that's real cool.
Met a lot?
Actually, not that many. So I'm a bard. I'm an egomaniac, apparently.
You should come to my school. It's the Bard School in Drea. We're all bards here.
Ooh, cool. Maybe I'll come and visit them. Do you know why I'm here?
Rua, everyone here will know you.
Ah, is this Ben's way of telling me something that I should be doing? Bard School, Drea.
No, just throw more orcs in pits, so it'll be fine.
Just kick this kid into a pit and let this kid.
Yeah, I'm getting the pit of glass ready for the small child.
Yeah, send him with the other guy.
For this one, yes. No. Do you know why I'm here? And I'm kind of looking around at the fire, kind of like.
Oh, sure, lady. I'm not an idiot. I'm dead.
God, so far you're a great death client for me because that's pretty handy. It's my first day actually. I keep saying it to people and it's probably actually annoying because for them because it's always their first day. I realize that now. I actually asked the first person that was really.
Not everyone's.
No.
Like some people are born and die and come back and born again.
Oh yeah, isn't that kind of this whole idea?
Well, that's what I'm hoping will happen to me. Turn to magic, come back.
And it might. And you're real young. This is real tragic. So maybe you'll be faster to get out. I can even put you on maybe a list. I don't know again yet what happens, but I'm assuming there's a priority list. And I would put the little kids on the priority list.
Lightning pass? Fast track?
Yeah, fast track.
Because you do it.
Not that much at all. So you're probably a pretty fresh baby.
I'm not a baby. I'm 8.
I just mean compared to I saw this real old fox earlier. She was hot. This old fox.
How old was she?
I actually don't know. I was just being judgmental because I thought she was
7. She might have been the youngest person you've seen today. You don't know. You don't know the age span of foxes.
Okay, so since I don't have to tell you the whole "you're dead" thing,
Mm-hmm.
do you have a strong feeling where you want to go? I'm supposed to kind of help you on that sort of orientation side.
Well, now that you've freed the world, sorry, not you. Now that your mom's freed the world, I'm going to die, become magic, and then come back in the Feywild. That's where we're all going. When the worlds collide and everything gets crushed together, some of us might die, but we don't really die. We just become magic in the Feywild.
Is that what you guys will all be learning?
Well, that's what she told us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might be true. I actually don't know. Maybe. So I can kind of put like a note on your file, like bring back as magic if Rua is an evil and there is a plan, and yeah, I can totally do that.
Okay.
I'm making notes on my thing. My chalkboard has now kind of turned into more like a sort of like an admin sheet here. You tired? Where do you want to go?
Numbers are boring and sheets are boring, so let's go to the magic place. Why take us?
Can
I've been
I-
dead for like 1 minute? What's taking?
Can I hold his hand and kind of create for him what I maybe hope that he thinks the Fey magic is? And I'm kind of going to think of like almost like where Huck is from, like kind of just mad, like deadly magic. And I'm just going to kind of create that and like see if he wants to step into that grass or something like that.
Yeah, give us a straight ghost capturing check, another d20 dice roll.
Should we explain to foreign listeners that a mad, deadly place that she was suggesting to send the child?
It's a safe, lovely place. Yeah, it's mad deadly.
Yeah. It's an Irish colloquialism of it is good place to go.
11
It's
is
good.
a bit of glass, then 10 has to be pit of glass. So it's obviously pit of glass. There's only 3 places you can send them. Where they want to go, pit of glass. Where they don't. Some people want to go to the pit of glass. No, you can, with a 10, that's enough. You can, there's not too much there. The pit of glass for the last guy is resisty. But the kid doesn't go anywhere. The spirit just sort of turns into dust and floats through into this space that you've created.
Okay.
You see a little flower bloom and a little mushroom go, and a little mushroom people kind of come out. You see a whole mushroom life play out in front of you. This kid is now just one with everything.
I will say The Last of Us has kind of ruined mushrooms for me. So that sounded quite creepy.
You shouldn't watch it while you're on them. It's
But also sounded real cute. Okay, I'm gonna go again, like I had with the first lady.
You come back, and you get the feeling that there was. Do you have a D100?
No, probably on list. Can you?
There
is
is
a D&D Beyond.
I think you can just pick a dice. In the
There is-
cog wheel, you can
the
select
middle
like
one.
my dice.
The middle one on D&D Beyond will give you a D100.
Oh, the middle one.
If you click the bottom and then choose the middle 2, there's like a picture of 2 dice.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So D100 is 80.
80. Fuck, wow, that's really good. 80 of these little scenes. You're helping some people, you're not helping other people. You've got a mix. You get pretty good at it. You get a sense of what the approach is in that same sort of world. You know what I mean? Like, it's some people resist, some people are happy, some people not happy. You get a lot of people thinking and saying, "Oh well, okay, well, sad to be dead, but I have to become magic, so that's pretty cool." A lot of people seem to believe that, and you begin to think their connection isn't always like they're not all bards from the Bard School. Some of them are small villagers, some of them are adventurers, but all of them have heard that broadcast you all heard. She came back and sort of freed the world, and you get this feeling that rumors of Rua have begun to shake through the land, and that belief in her is growing. And because you now kind of bring people to where they want to go, a lot of them want to go to the promise of becoming just part of the cosmic dust. And then each time you see them become magic, it always leads to creation. There's always a little pocket. So in a woodcutter's hut, you see, tiny trees begin to grow and a forest, and they become an entire inside of forests. In, say a blacksmith's house, you see iron and metal and gold, and they begin to swirl in a whole city of gold. In this little world they're almost becoming these little pockets of their own mini dimensions and afterlives, all with a theme, all with a kind of sense of that person's ideal. There's a jam place. It's just nothing but jams. Nothing but jams in there.
Playing of snakes.
Playing of snakes. A lot of people you end up having to kick into the pit of glass, but some of them want to. They feel like they do well in life, and they're like, I gotta be punished. And you're like, I know, just the place. And every time you open it up, you see the orc being like, trying to just like kick him back down. He's like, come back for you later.
He's got more friends now.
Yeah, it's what he wanted.
Yeah, he gets friends.
Okay, I'm imagining Iggy now kind of looks like I'm like working a long shift, like a bit bleary eyed, like a cup of coffee kind of thing, like just.
Well, funny enough, now that you say that, as you return to yourself, Iggy, you're still a mortal body, but you now have the energy of kind of immortality and death. And as Iggy comes to around you all, Huxpunks, it does look paler, a little gaunter, a little more skeleton-y. Dare I say, itchy?
Do I look like I have a real job? Is that what it was?
Yeah. These soft hands, soft no more. But there is a sense of, tiredness beneath the eyes. But you come to. You haven't been gone all that long. In fact, in Iggy collapsing down, what would have been as Iggy fell to the ground? Huxpunks, what were you guys doing?
I think
Rush over.
Yeah, I think we'd rush her over to try grab her before she like smacked her head off something.
Oh yeah, that would be terrible. Have to come back for you.
Yeah, have to come back for yourself. Wait a minute.
It's me.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah, give us a medicine check. You managed to catch it. There's no problem there. You're heroes. You're level 12.
Got a 6.
Ooh. Anyone else helping out? You could either use the help action or roll your own medicine check.
Yeah, I'll give him advantage.
Okay.
I'll help.
I got a nat 20.
Nice.
So 22 altogether. So thanks for that, Hook.
That was much better.
Take a breath or two. Just actually 3 deep. As you kind of look over Iggy. You know she's not dead. Pulse very faint though. But in the end of your third breath, Iggy's back.
Oh, I was right in his face.
Yeah.
He was about to kiss you and give the breath of life, but you woke up in time.
I don't know how I don't know how.
My thought, she's been going through. I immediately think, oh my god, have I come to? Is Randy dead? So for a second, I probably grab his shoulders. I go, Randy, and then I maybe realize where I am.
You're okay, Iggy. You're okay.
She's possessed by the Morrigan killer.
Are you dead? Are you alive?
No,
This is your worst beer yet.
I'm alive. I'm alive. You
Like
take that back. I can make worse.
Oh, okay. Okay, guys. Did you have we? How long we were? That was like days, right?
3 breaths.
Years, months. It's hard to put a finger on time. And even in this moment, part of you, the very back part of your brain, is still working. Something's out there, and you're still doing what you were doing. You haven't stopped doing that, so you just have a sense of, yeah, it's still going on, and you're going through, like, God, do I put it? This is the time where you can't really speak too quickly as a DM, because if I go like hundreds of people a second, that's a pretty mighty fine death rate in a world. But you're going through, over the course of a day, you can get, anywhere from hundreds to 1,000 people.
If I look and I see that the guys are here, right? There's like policemen and a person, and there's a whole scene. So I think I'm gonna I think like Iggy feels wrecked, right? Like a bit kind of. So I'm just gonna. I'll tell you guys about it later. Yeah, a lot of people maybe are dying. To be with Rua in Magic Land, just so you know. Anyway, I'll tell you later.
Magic Land.
They think they're going to. She got through to them. That broadcast. They're all believing her. They all think when they die, that's where they go.
Did you see anyone you know or that we'd know? Anyone familiar, or were they all strangers?
The thought of actually trying to remember anyone in particular, I think, is probably like difficult. But can I remember anyone? Did I recognize it?
Like speed dating. You're like, is it number 42 on it?
They were all equally disappointing.
Yeah, give me a history check.
You date rogue, you. There were so many I couldn't remember. I feel like you were dating.
Phoning it in by the end. Come on, George. I mean, whatever. Like, what you want? Get a glass? Yeah, fine. There you go.
What check did you say?
Give me a history check.
History check.
Do you
I
think?
can do that.
Do you think that Wes or like Arlington's father is somewhere out there since the Morgan died before he died? Is that too grim? Did I bring this down?
Well, my role was very fitting there because I think it was immediately suddenly hard to remember, and I just got I thought it was a natural 1. Damn it, but it was a 2. It was a 9. No, it was a 7. Wait, I can't read the dice. Sorry, it was a 7. That's why I thought it was a 1. Damn it, I thought a 1 would have been more funny. Okay. I'm back. I have no knowledge. Sorry, a 9.
A 9. No one you recognize, but there were places you recognize. You've traveled around Hibernia from Onagla down through to Inish Bay, around to Mickler, Create, Sleep Gem. Came across a person in Mickler, definitely. You don't recognize them. There wasn't anyone there, but you kind of looked out a window and you're like, oh fuck, I see that statue. Oh sweet. In that moment you see they're constructing something else. Almost like they're adding like a Rua protection goddess around for view. As in like, Hux Punks. Rua the Almighty.
Fuck. I can't remember a person, but I want to get that across to them, yeah. But I can't.
Wait,
everywhere I went.
So someone's building a statue of Rua beside our statues or around us?
Yeah, so it's in construction, but you get the feeling that they're building a bigger Rua in a sort of matronly figure around you guys.
It's bigger than our statues.
It is bigger than yours.
This is much worse than her destroying the world. Drop
Exactly.
We're going to go to Mickler here and destroy that statue.
Yep. Pull the plug on whatever plans we got going. We got to go uproot that statue. She was a colonizer. Tear her down.
Yeah, who's going to start? Well, I'll want to tell that to the guys. Get across, like the.
Do you think then people believing in her has something to do with their gods dying? It's a big coincidence otherwise.
Oh, that probably does make it easier for her. Oh, because someone said she was their patron. Was she people's patron before, or did she like usurp someone else?
Actually, no. I was about to say I don't think Ireland would know anything about patrons, so I don't know why.
You would do because you've met one of it was Ted. Ted had written.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Ted
yes, of course. So Ted's patron was Rua, I believe, wasn't she?
Oh, okay. I don't know, and I mean I've never done it before. Travel all over the world in a matter of I don't know how long, but there was a lot of Rua out there and a lot of love for Rua and trust in Rua. And I think it's not quite what we had imagined.
Are you saying maybe we've got her figured wrong, or
is she not killing everyone?
Oh no, my assumption would be that she's just successfully tricked everyone. But maybe we're wrong. I don't know.
With this information, I think Randy's going to start looking around where all the gods have died. So Manu, Penglera, and Morgan. Let me see if can I investigate if there's like signs that this was done by, like Rua or something that maybe we know that Rua would be attached to.
I think last episode you made this investigation check and it was quite high. And you deducted that it wasn't. This is whatever killed the gods. Rua seemed to have killed Lanphalon, but the gods themselves were nothing to do with this because you realized that Lanphalon's sword, Cleave Solus, which is one of the 4 treasures, is gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what Slippersaurus brought you back for. But the gods themselves didn't. It doesn't seem like it's connected. His wounds are not like their wounds.
Okay.
Their wounds are gashy.
Yeah, see, I was seeing if it was like a creature that she was controlling or something like that.
Oh.
you know, something like not her herself, but maybe something that's like in her like now possible purview as a possible god.
It's a possibility.
Okay. Do I roll for that or is
No, I'm because you did.
Okay.
This is just me reminding you of the very like you did get a pretty high roll. Unless you want to roll and get a natural 20.
No, I was just well, I'll try.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you should always try.
I
mean,
got
try-
a 23, but no, not a natural
Yeah,
20.
still, I mean, yeah, you get the feeling it's hard to know motive after the fact. You have to be some sort of arcane investigator. Even then, it's hard to do. But doesn't seem like to kill a god is pretty powerful stuff. Rue is not that.
Okay.
If anything, Rue has been quite weak recently. The Trilocks being destroyed, especially. That was 3 of her, or like 2 of her biggest patrons. In fact, you've one of them right there. Beside Arlington, in chains.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Which
Oh,
is yeah, we all forgot that your man's here, which
did
goes
you?
Well, he's bound
Lamplog.
to like listen to us and everything else like that. We don't actually have to pay attention to him.
Yeah, is the bastard here right now?
Yeah, the backwards bastard is also there right now, and Mickey Doodle is like, "Oh, I'll just wait."
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, death. There's a death thing going on, and there's some gods. Have you met the gods? They're dead. Just straight to the floor.
No, this seems way more serious than I would have dealt with, I suppose.
I tried to tell you, but you sent some people to arrest me, and there we are. So now the gods are dead.
Well, you were kind of hip hopping around the realms.
That's what we do when we're trying to save the world.
Oh yes. Well, we believe you now. If it helps.
Yeah, that'll help. That'll help, all right.
Because the city was under siege by a orc pirate. They were bringing all monsters through, and then
Sounds right.
this guy came through. I remember him. Made him
Yeah.
a Fianna.
Who was he?
You're slowly
made him a
becoming
Fianna.
Zig and or Zag. I'm not sure.
Backwards bastard.
Oh, the backwards bastard. Oh yeah. No bad feelings.
Well, no, it was actually a big hairy one that I was after.
I don't remember who killed you, but I presume it was me because
I also don't remember. I don't think it doesn't really matter who killed who.
Well, what matters is you killed a member of House Lervig in Ish Bay. Cold murder on the streets, I believe.
That doesn't. No, I don't think so.
yeah, that nothing ever came of that actually. That doesn't seem to be very important.
not in the
City
current
politics.
situation.
The campaign grew bigger than what happens in a small city. But if you ever go back,
I mean, I don't even cover my face anymore. I think it's probably, statute of limitations on that are pretty limited. The statute of limitations on murder, you can't really prove anything without DNA these days.
You're just a bugbear, I mean, they'll just say, you're just any old bugbear randomly walk in and kill someone. They can't just blame you.
Who, me, the cute furry guy? I couldn't have.
Are you
the
guilty?
Father still.
Like,
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he did kill some people.
Yes, I totally did kill him.
And now you'll have to do time.
I'm being lighthearted, but I'm still racked with guilt over it.
aha! It's been a ploy all along. I've been undercover.
I keep falling for this.
Move in. He's gone to the bathroom. He still has his mic on. Well, could we go to a place to talk, maybe privately? The BB over here says he has a lot of things to tell you about what's happening in the realms, because he's been through them all now. All of them.
Okay. I mean, sure, there is a lot going on here, though. Dead gods. Private place. Where's the private place? Is it Baha Glen? I vote no.
Well, I was hoping you'd. Well, okay.
We can go to Baha Glen.
No, it's not back again. I was hoping maybe I could tell it my arm, because it's still recovering from the siege.
Oh yeah.
We have.
Anywhere
We
you
have. like we have a base that we could go to.
Okay.
Right.
Let's go there.
How do you feel about werewolves?
Not good. I'm the head of the Fianna, and they're monsters.
That's not going to go great. They're not really monsters, not any more than me or backwards over there.
Why? He's not in the same category. You've got big fluffy ears. He's a normal man.
A normal man who was dead a week ago.
What's normal and what's abnormal? That's pretty elitist of you.
He's at very least a zombie.
Green skin, no nose, Yataki features. Normal.
The reason thing because he's definitely dead, and you're okay with that?
Well, we've all been dead.
But I don't think that's fair. No, no.
Well, I
well, then Arlington can't be wanted for anything if everyone's been dead. Then killing someone.
Double jeopardy. I'm home free.
Well, you're right in that a lot of weird things have been going on. So I was hoping with my big brain and all the stuff I know about the world, I'll tell you everything. Become the head of the Fianna.
That's true, actually. He might have some useful, handed down facts. We should give him a go. You just gotta be all right with werewolves. They're basically grand. They're dogs, but people as well.
Weirder things have happened lately that I think I'll have to put aside my hatred of all beasts for the sake of the world.
Okay, how do you feel about that, Arlington?
I'm good. I'm good with it. I don't like how he's phrasing it like he's the benevolent hero by just suppressing his racism. That's sort of weird. I would recommend being on your best behavior, not just because it's the decent thing to do, but because it's a castle full of werewolves and they'll eat you. I would recommend manners.
They already killed all the Fianna that went there to stop them anyway.
Wait, we don't have to. It's all right.
Sorry, they didn't kill them. We did.
I'd like to point out there's also two gods here that may also get a little bit uppity about if you kill their friends.
Which one of you are gods?
I think we are. Well, no.
I like that me and Arlington raised our
I was waiting for that.
The only two.
I'm a god and a king. I don't know if that puts me up at top of the pecking order. I'm not really sure where we've
You're
never
a
ranked.
king.
People say "God damn" a lot when I'm around.
I'm sort of like an admin god.
We're gonna make you guess. We're gonna make you guess which one of us is god, because it'll be more fun when we come for you after you hurt our friends.
Yes. Okay. So tell you what, you organize our pantheon as best as you can think, and we'll tell you if you're right.
This is not guess who, Arlington.
I'm dealing with grief in my own way.
I'm
Does
sorry for your loss.
The god have big furry ears.
Just
Yes.
What? Yes.
Yes. And he knocks down two pictures of. Okay.
I inspect Randier's ears. They are pretty fuzzy.
They're very furry. See, I prestidigitate furry ears onto
What did you
Randy.
say about being? That's not how that spell works. I think you believe minor illusion. I think you're trying to cast there. Fuck off.
Fine, I'll cast minor illusion on
You
his
prestidigitate the sound of furry ears.
Yeah.
And the smell of furry ears.
Oh.
You smell like a hair.
Oh, it's that sensitive.
End of the campaign. We know how cantrips work.
Yeah, prestidigitation and thermodigitation. They're the two ones that you want to try out.
Although, a good
Can't trip, won't trip.
DM tip for any DMs out there. All your players want just essentially an illusion cantrip. They split it into minor illusion and prestidigitation. I don't know why. Just let them do the yada yada hand wavy thing. Just remember that minor illusion doesn't move. A lot of the times, like, I minor illusion an outfit on myself, and that's disguise self. That's what I'm saying. Just crush them all into one little cantrip, all the things you wanted to do, and fucking it's never going to break your game. Trust me, it's not going to break your game.
Yeah. Better yet, just say I cast magic, and then
I was going to say, describing magic. Yeah.
magic lads, come on, yeah, magic. I magic, and situation solved. Yeah.
And magic bigger for the bigger stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I fire magic.
So yeah, just to reiterate, yes, there are 2 gods part of this party who are protecting the place that we're going to go to as well. So, best behavior, okay?
Oh, okay.
Good lad.
I woke up today the head of an organization, and I feel like I'm ending the day the lowest social status of all of us.
Oh, so you do understand the situation. Good. Okay, we're ready to go.
I mean, there are dead gods on the floor.
Did you do that?
I'm still gleaning context of what's happening in this room. It's taking a while for me to pass it all together, so I can't tell you.
Oh, just ignore the gigantic obsidian-shaped barrel that's probably humming in the background as well. It's just like...
See, I hadn't noticed that yet because it hadn't been described. So I'm just now learning about it.
That might have Mana McLear's essence in it.
Yeah, is
God,
Iggy,
Papa?
Is Iggy both?
No, Iggy's just the Morgan. Although
I didn't see any of Malins in it.
it was just God magic, I suppose. Actually,
Yeah.
it was just God essence, but Iggy in particular, with her penchant for death, sort of took on that mantle because there was a gap. There was a gap in the olds. Who's going to be
And I
God of death?
played her. Yeah.
Shepherd
I
of
could
the
drink.
soul.
Yes,
I could drink
Jeff-
something, or Arlington could drink something.
Easily.
Fill in another gap.
Yeah.
I chucked the beer at Arlington.
The
So,
barrel.
Hold on, I'm not sure
The
on
barrel.
the ethics of this. Am I drinking like incinerated God? Is this...
Mannin up. I said.
So when a god dies, it seems like there's some kind of like power vacuum of their essence that kind of like swirls around the place and kind of just like doesn't really dissipate, but it also seems like it causes a little bit of chaos and stuff like that. So we put it into a barrel, and Iggy drank it and became the new like death god. I'm trying to like trademark Shepherd of the Soul, which goes.
So it's sort of it's not literally a god. It just represents God.
Arlington, you must be some idiot, because I was here for all of this, and so were you. I didn't trust any of this happening. Only an idiot like this would
I
kill
drink
our dog.
the drink. I stare backwards bastard dead in the eyes and like I'm drinking it, like staring.
Why are you staring at him? It's me, Lavo.
Oh, I thought that was I thought backwards bastard was just being a dick. I didn't know backwards. I didn't know Lavog was here.
I didn't know the backwards bastard sounded like law.
Okay. In that case, I punch Lavog directly in the balls and then drink the beer.
Oh, some god you'll be.
The god of ball punching.
Okay with that.
I do have a question. Does the like chaos destruction gem that we used as a cork come off the barrel?
Good point.
Was it not tapped? Oh yeah, you just
No,
Yeah.
it's just the cork that you made.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the cork
okay,
is
yeah.
made of destruction.
I do like the idea of the chaos cork as like a magical relic.
Yeah, Sonic's looking for it at the moment.
Yeah. It's the red one.
The wine stopper of legend.
Give me a strength or athletics check, Arlington. I know it's a tough ask.
We sadly gave this cork to Ben, so Ben is the only one who can open it.
I forgot about that. Thank
Ooh, I rolled a 4, so I got 15.
Bad.
but it's also 15 to, uncork a god holding power cork.
A god stopper.
A god stopper.
Ah.
What's the untastable, unstoppable, unlickable, the thing that Willy Wonka makes? It's an invincible god stopper.
The everlasting gobstopper.
Everlasting.
Yeah, the everlasting god stopper. Yeah. And
like
the
that.
other guys in the corner hoping some small child will give it to him at the end of the movie. It's the other chocolate maker, the evil one with glasses. You know what I'm talking about. If it's not clear, I have cracked into the temple.
Yeah.
The everlasting god stopper does not come off. You. I was like, can a god do this, Arlington?
I'm gonna grab Lavog in like a headlock and use his mouth as like a bottle opener and try and get it off that way.
Athletics with advantage, I suppose. It's not your
Nice.
first time using a person to open beer. You were a bandit, so
24.
Ooh, nice.
still a god stopper. Still a god stopper. So tink, 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 tink. As some of his teeth crack, he comes back. His like teethless grin goes, "You'll have to try harder than that, you fool."
I guess I'll go over and try to undo it.
Yeah, sure. Give me a. I mean, I suppose you could give me a artificer sort of thing.
But I did loosen it for you.
What would that? Just a D20?
Yeah. Roll a natural 20, and then we'll go from there.
Roll a natural 20. I get a 3, so
Yeah, you didn't roll a natural 20.
No,
Not only,
I told you what to do.
Yeah, not only does the cork not come out, but you see two little arms fold around the cork. Like,
okay.
Oh,
I forgot I told them to do that.
May not have been a good idea to make this horrible device.
I suppose I made it with.
oh, hold on. It's a Godstopper.
I want to try and use the Lavogue axe as like a bottle opener.
Oh, the lair skull.
Lair skull, sorry, excuse me.
For the,
You already just used it.
He's like, oh no!
The Lavogue bottle opener has broken. Now I will use the Lair skull axe.
You actually do see in the sort of back end of the axe one of those classic divots that you need for a bottle opener. Like, it was here the whole
Thank you.
time. Unfortunately, not a bottle cap, a cork. So you really need a Lavogue cork screw.
Do I have anything for that? Oh, hold on. I think I might. Hold on. Equipment, items.
A corkscrew I gave you in the start of the campaign.
I genuinely think there's something. Oh God, go notes.
Maybe like Hook. Maybe you can open it since you made it.
I was saying that, then you got distracted, so I thought, let them have a go.
Excuse me, Hook. Is it vitally important we have a drink right now, as opposed to stop the ending of the world?
Okay.
I mean,
I knew I had something. How big is this thing? The actual Godstopper. Like,
It's a pretty big cork because it's a pretty big barrel. I'm thinking like comically big barrel.
right. What if I were to use one of the teeth I pulled from the beholder?
Beholder tooth. You could try.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try and. Oh, I'm gonna try and like jam it in and get leverage and pry it out that way.
Stilettoing this wine bottle. Like,
Yeah.
you could try to push the cork back into the barrel.
I don't know.
Don't cork
Maybe
the
this
wine.
is this a bad idea? This feels like a bad idea. It's not twisty. No, this makes no sense. All I'm gonna do is like pierce through it. No, I won't do this.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but you weren't even trying to stop the end of the world until like 5 seconds ago. So, I mean, it's a bit uppity to be like, oh, should we be doing a beer? Sure, you've been 2 steps behind. This could be vitally important. But as he says, maybe we should do it somewhere else.
Yeah,
Shall we all go to Werewolf Castle, Ossery? And
I knew they were werewolves. I knew it.
we
it's
said
shaped
there
like
were
a
werewolves.
giant kennel. There are
I
dogs.
didn't know it was Ossery. I've been saying those people in Ossery have been werewolves since the moment I got this position, and I knew it.
Wouldn't that be one of the knowledges that you were given if you know everything?
I know about the world, not the world.
What?
Ossery is in the world?
I know how the world was made and how the world came about and how the world. But I don't know what people do.
This piece of
around them.
information doesn't seem to be useful at all.
So, yeah, your knowledge base is very much very useful for a certain period of time and not really anything after that.
Yeah, a period of time when the realms were together.
I agree. I think it, the whole Fianna secret knowledge, part of the reason I was being so friendly.
Well, if you don't want my help at all, I'll just go back in my portal back to Bahaglin.
Let's
Right, well,
who is it?
come on,
Does the
lads.
thing? Just say Ossery here. Do we all grab onto one another?
Yes,
Do
and just
the-
grab them and
To
go.
do the thing to teleport? Is it Iggy has to do it? I don't know. Someone say, you say Ossery. We'll all go there. We grab everyone. Grab the barrel.
We all can say Ossery and we'll go there.
Okay, great. Everyone, grab some stuff and
Haul Lava Gunder still in a headlock.
make sure everything here. Do you want anything from the around here? Do you need anything from the dead bodies of the gods and stuff?
Yeah, the barrel has now shrunk down and I just put it under my arm and I'm just like tapping it, going, "No, I have everything I need."
Can I see? Can I just take the Morgan with us in case there's something? I don't necessarily.
Yeah.
You want
You
to
can take
drag
her
a dead
scythe.
body? Is it a body? Like,
Yeah, she. So you would have missed this. The man on the McLear has been impaled on a tree, and his chest cavity has sort of been ripped open, and through this ripped sort of chest exploded thing, the sort of delightful galaxy fabric sort of colors. You know what I'm talking about. Galaxy fabrics. People using backdrops and streams and stuff. Yeah, that's just spilling out of him. Not anymore.
Okay.
It was.
I missed the part about his exposed chest cavity.
Yeah, he was just kind of ripped
I didn't
apart.
realize it was quite so graphic a death.
Yeah, it's pretty gruesome.
Okay.
Real nasty piece of work he did this.
I won't try and bring him with us.
I just had an idea, but it might be a bad idea at the last minute. Can we teleport just to like the divine realm? Was that part of what we were doing? Because it's basically
Astral Sea.
astral place.
Could do. You can basically go anywhere.
Oh, that would be
Because
real
they
funny.
might know what's going on or why they're dead, or they might just all be dead. It'd certainly be private, though, right?
It would be private and also out of the way from werewolf killing.
Yeah, you doesn't have to worry about the werewolves.
It would be good to know what the general god situation is, I suppose.
Yeah, we could do two things with the one stone. Talk to this guy and
Supervisor.
see if all the gods are dead.
Talk to a supervisor.
We need an adventuring adult, please.
Do you want to give that a go? Let's. Have you ever been to? I asked Mickey Boodle if he's ever been to the astral plane.
No.
No, I mean,
well, let me tell you, when
how did
Huck's
you
going
even
on an
get to be the
adventure,
leader of the
Hold
PNA?
on, Minky, wouldn't you? I mean, it sounds like you know everything about this material plane. It sounds like you could stand to learn some stuff about the astral sea. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Like I always say, let gods be gods and mortals do our own thing.
That is a catchy phrase. We're going to heaven.
Okay.
Hey.
We're going to the pit of glass.
I'm going to hand these drinks out. Everyone take a sip from your drink, and we're all going to heaven.
Don't tell me you believe. You believe in the pit of glass.
Oh, it's the only true heaven.
All right, can we all circle up and say the astral plane?
is it
Actually,
the
If
sea?
we all have the spell. If we don't want to go into the sea, I mean, that's clearly a bad idea.
No, isn't it? It's called something else, isn't it?
The Astral Sea is the D&D thing, but we just call it the Astral Plane.
Okay.
Gods. Yeah, don't worry about that. Just let me know when you do.
Now?
Cool. I'm bringing Morgan with us.
Okay. Yeah.
That's probably, if we're going to the astral plane, it probably makes sense to at least leave them to rest.
I'll pull Man in McClear. Can I pull him free? Is he really?
Yeah. I mean, he's
Yeah.
kind of become part of the tree in a way, but you can kind of take the whole trunk. You're strong.
Yeah, I want to rip him down as best I can and bring him with, so he can, I don't know, bury him in heaven.
Is anyone else there?
God-wise? No.
Okay.
They were the only two. I mean, you don't know what other gods are dead, but they were the only two that were. Give me, look, just before you go, give me an Arcana check.
Oh, yeah.
You can, if someone wants to help, they can, but...
Sure.
You know, Ignatius, as two people with, sort of parental issues, I feel like once they develop therapy in this realm, we'll probably describe the time we dragged gods up to heaven to bury them for some sort of closure. This is a lot of trauma we're
He
dealing
said, I
with.
realize how tightly I'm gripping her.
17.
This is...
No, this is good. This is good.
Yeah.
With a 17, your teleportation spell was worded in a particular way where Huxpunks and only Huxpunks can use it. You get the feeling the moment all of you say astral plane together, you will go, they will not.
Oh, we can't bring people. Well, that's inconvenient.
Can we use his portal? Does his portal go other...
So, Mickey Doodle, welcome to Hux Punks.
Ah.
You've now been a temporary member of Hux Punks.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be. Cool.
Too bad.
Oh, okay.
It turns out that you don't get a choice. Because
Give him a
I
cape.
didn't.
Right.
Give him a cape.
Oh,
Lord
Yeah, it's-
Hogue, I would like to enlist you into Huck's Punks.
I'd rather die.
Well, you
Give him
would.
a cape.
No, unfortunately, those are your two options.
Yes, please kill me. I was willing to die before, and this is just the worst
There-
thing.
Very well. Death by Huck's Punks membership.
Friends. More friends.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a great solution, Randy.
I'm gonna put a gaudy little Hugs Punks logo on the Morgan's clothing, sort of, and one of us. Hope
I'll throw my cloak around Man and McClear.
Also, what about Backwards Bastard and the two cops as well?
memberships for all.
They're all temporary members, but they're all members.
Enjoy your day pass.
This is
it's kinda
definitely not going to work, by the way.
You need to pass some tests, but temporary Hux Punks members.
Oh, they only passed the test. They've been vouched for. It's like the
We haven't
stonemasons, I
even
think.
put Randy through the hazing yet.
Do we have to write? We have to say a code as well. Do we? I have a code here.
Yeah, what was
Wait.
the code?
I think. Do we all say Radler Zitrine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then we say where we're gonna go.
Yeah.
I believe. I really wish I'd written that more specifically, but
Do none of you have the exact writing of the phrase that you made?
Oh,
I mean, I didn't bring my notes with me.
I think it's worth giving to you.
yeah.
I may be trying to kill you, but I'm not trying to be a bad deal.
I fucking hate the me that takes notes and thinks I'll remember that later on. I have a note that says I was told a phrase with no fucking extrapolation out from that. You fucking brain dead idiot.
So that is the thing to return.
So I'll give you the exact phrase. To return to their desired plane of existence, Huck's Punks, bracket, Arlington McGuinness, Ignatius O'Flynn, Andrew Goldberg, Huck Binsire. They utter a special phrase, Radler the Shron, followed by the destination they wish to reach. They, and only they, can return to this plane by using the same magic secret code. And no repercussions for having this power, and only they can use this code. This plane is
We were scuppered by being too specific.
But essentially, you're saying no repercussions. This is a repercussion. We can't take our friends with us. We can't take other members.
Yeah.
There's a lot that no repercussions thing is both great. It's a double-edged sword. Anyway, can you
Okay,
get us to Ossery? Can you get us to? We'll talk to him, and then we won't bring him to heaven. I was just,
Can we go? Yeah, we can go to Ossery. We've been there before. And he looks over to Modry and Starkapole and he's like, yeah, back to the same room we were in. We'll see
All
you
right,
there.
can you take my little hobgoblin friend here?
Hey, yeah. Don't see
He's
why
a
not.
prisoner. You treat him like a prisoner.
Okay.
Grant-
Gives
A
him
rhetorical
a kick in
question
the
for you,
balls.
Lammy. You have to go with them.
Oh, you also, sorry, Arlington, give me a roll of 2d12.
Ooh.
I forgot, and this makes this scene even better.
Wait, what's this for?
You'll find out when you tell me the result.
Okay.
Is this going to split him in half or something like that?
10 and a 9.
9. You also have 19 remaining members of the Dirty Bitch Boys who've been here the entire time. Because
Oh yeah.
we're
The boys.
the boy. What you want to do with the boys?
The boys, we're going to the boys. We're going to Ossery.
Okay.
There are werewolves there and lots of swords and axes, and the end result will be we're going to war.
Awooga. Nice.
Awooga, as we always say before leaving on a trip, awooga.
Funny, that's what this guy promised us. But are we on the other side of the war now?
Yeah, you flipped sides. Yeah, you get to fight with
nice.
werewolves. You don't want to fight against werewolves.
Turncoats, turncoats, turncoats. And they all just start turncoats. Yeah.
I feel like I should be worried about this, but I'll deal with that later.
If there's anything I love more than banditry, it's being a traitor.
This is getting worrying about those guys that you've decided to bring with you.
You know what? Lindsay in the snug is very right. Boyblade has been a member of the Dirty Bitch Boys ever since he met Kinniger Scrag, and Boyblade is there. He's spinning around, having a great time. He wasn't part of your murderous rampage, thankfully.
That's good.
I'll have you kill your father, but Boyblade, he's untouchable.
That's important. That's good.
Let's have
Alright.
Boyblade kill Rula.
For the sake of brevity and taking a break, you can go anywhere. Is where you're going for like a little place to talk with Mickey Boodle, Kingdom of Ossuary, back to the war room.
Yeah, that room that they went to, we can go there ahead of time because their portal will take a few minutes. We'll go
And the
bam.
Dirty Bitch Boys will probably take they'll just gonna.
No, they're going with the portal. No.
Well, the portal magic can only take like 8 people. But they're happy to run. They'll meet you there.
What about the flying dog?
Oh, Flying Dog can take a few of them as well.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, they'll get there. Like don't worry, you have them. Add them to your inventory. That's what they become.
Nice.
We can
A little guy pops up in the corner of Arlington and goes, "Hi, my name's Bill. If you have a thing you want to keep in a box and access at any point in time, just add them to here. You can label them, make a party of 6 Dirty Bitch Boys whenever you want. Anyway, Bill's computer is always here for you." He pops up.
Okay, I'll just come. I'm sure there's one of you in every hospital I have to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Right. Brevity, Kingdom of... That's where you want to go. That's where you want to go?
Yeah.
Yep.
Go. You say Rattler Citron, the war room in the Kingdom of Ossuary, and in a moment, you're there. It's not even disorientating. It's just like fucking turning a page. You're right there. And they, seconds later, step out of portal. Arlington, you know the Dirty Bitch Boys are on their way on the back of Slurposaurus and other... some of them are just back and bigger than. They're doing a whole skinny legs on it.
Nice.
To get there faster. It's probably worth pointing out at this point in time, Arlington, in terms, just to give you a little check-in on your armies ready to march.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Werewolves of Ossuary, obviously. You have the Fianna of the Fianna from Drake who went with Abby Duvaclair. The Dirty Bitch Boys. The Cloud Giants. As you land in, you see them outside. You're like, oh, nice, the Cloud Giants have arrived. And Iggy, you actually recognize some familiar places outside training because some orcs from the Cliffs of the Hunt have arrived down. They responded to some of your messages. So you're amassing a pretty good army. And
Nice.
to the sound of ching, 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 cha, chung, 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 like training and swords and clashing and slashing outside, to the sound of drills, to the sound of people running around saying everywhere we go, people always ask us, all those kind of things army people do. You are back in the war room at the Kingdom of Ossuary. We will take a quick break. We'll aim for the 15. If we're back sooner, we'll back sooner, but don't worry, because we just want to cram in a little bit more, maybe like an hour more in this episode if possible. Not that I have anything else planned, but for you guys, because I feel like anything I've written down is done. The rest is all just up here. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Please stick around. The Vla, to answer your question in chat, no, they went to the Fla. So maybe afterwards. But there are 2 vampires out there that you can call on.
Oh yeah, we got about. Oh, they signed up as well. Yeah, shouldn't they be in the?
They're not here because they're off at the Fla. But once the Fla's over, sure.
Fair enough.
And also you can call them out of the Fla whenever you need to. So yes, right. Let's get us out of here for a quick 15. We'll be back. Stick around. Let's chat around in chat. Bye.
You can tell Ben needs to pee.
Very bad.
Hello! Welcome to part 2 of Homebrew, episode 77 of a total of 80 episodes. Coming to the end. We're bringing this, you mightn't see it, we're bringing this thing to a close. It's
Laser.
all coming together in a tidy little package. I'm not going to do too much housekeeping up top, but if you are watching live, or at least before February 25th in the year of our Lord's 2023, I'll keep it saying it.
We got them. We're a religious podcast. Change all the merch. Change everything.
Yeah.
It's true.
Those lowercase t's you've been seeing are really crosses. We're going to be at VentureCon down in Athenry. So if you're around, if you're in Ireland, come down. It's us, and then like so many other. Like I'm really excited not only to play games with everyone who's there, but there's so many incredible other people in the TTRPG space who we like to call good friends of ours. Whether they say it back, that's their choice. But we are not the only show down there. We're not the only actual play down there. You got the guys from Hearts of Our Tales, Penny Dragon Games. You got the guys from D8 Dungeon. It's gonna be. Hey, if you want to wipe out Irish TTRPG, this could be your red wedding. That's all I'm saying. You could just one fell swoop, you'll get us all. So we'll be there in February 25th, 2023, and hopefully see you there. And if you're going anyway, great. If you're going because we've told you, well, then that just warms my little heart. We'll be around for pints, chats, games. We're doing a panel on turning your home game into a stream. We've done it before at Comic-Con. We might change it a little bit. We had a lot of questions about running a game as entertainment as opposed to like the technical setup. We have a Discord for that as well. If you have any technical questions, if you like the look of if you like the cut of our jib, we're very open and honest about how we pull the show together. So just jump into our Discord. You'll find it on our social channels at Homebrew Quest. It's funny, when you're closing a campaign, it feels less important to plug the socials, but we will be back. It's still important that you still subscribe. You know? Like, it's not like we're like,
I disagree
done.
that it's less important to plug the socials.
It just feels like, well, we're coming to, like, we're in, like, lo-fi chill mode for a little bit afterwards. After this campaign, we're going to take a little bit of time to ourselves, restructure the show, all that kind of stuff. It might be mini campaigns, it might be big campaigns. Who knows? We literally don't know. So before I spiral into pre-production for campaign 2, that's later's problem. Let's dive into today's problem, which is Paul, do you have a?
No, I was going to make a joke about how you're going to be like, a sentient cake or something like that in your next campaign. So
You have rasped my berries accurately.
So I was also trying to avoid this, so you called it on yourself. I was just like, nah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, it's fair. I mean, I'm gonna write it down. Fondue, fondant, the cleric. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh man, can't wait to eat him.
Eat it or beat it, or whatever the thing was from earlier. To catch you up, we've had a lot of beers. It's part 2. It's always a little bit looser. It's always a little bit faster. It's never a little bit more coherent. But we're going to dive straight back in. The party have landed in the war room of the Kingdom of Osric, to the surprise of who's still alive and who's there. Abby de Claire, Sarah Susie, Lamfalon went with you. Fresh Prince of Kildare and Hale are on the high seas. Rian's in Bagland. You got Mickey Boodle beside you. You got a Rogues gallery, a Peanuts gallery. You got a Batman's gallery of people around.
Do we know anything about Rian?
Not that you know. You do
Well,
have
that's
a way.
what I meant.
Yeah, like you don't, like you haven't. You don't know.
I mean,
anything
do our characters know anything like since we've last seen? Yeah. Okay.
As far as I know, you haven't tried to reach out to him.
Didn't we know? We knew that he was trying to do the other.
You knew he went off with the Fresh Prince of Kildare on the Atlantean Son of the Sea. You knew they went to do more. Last you checked with your book of texts, your textbook. Yeah, a little bit, but you haven't looked at, like, as far as I know, you haven't looked at it in a while. So
Yeah, that's true. We haven't really. I'm pretty sure we wrote in it recently and then did a whole bunch of stuff and never looked at it.
Basically ghosted him.
Yeah, he's dead to us.
Randy has no idea who this is.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm off
there's
the
loads of
hook.
people.
It's all you lot. You need to figure out where your friends are, especially you, Hook.
I know where all my friends are. They're
I'm going to
all
say my
around me.
favorite DM phrase. What would you like to do?
I would like to inspect the troops. I want to see how they're getting on with their training.
Nice. Are you going to head off that direction?
You know, because they're gonna portal in soon. You know,
They're already here. They're here.
they're okay. They're right there. We were just about to chat to them.
No, I mean like the werewolves, the giants, the
Yeah, they're right in the training yard. In fact, Abby the Claire goes, I'll go with you. I've been keeping... That's not our voice. I'll go with you. I've been keeping up with the troops as well. Might be nice to get a little sparring in as well if you haven't been training.
Yes, that would be. Yes, that's probably a good idea. Yes, sounds good.
Unless you guys need us here.
Well, we were going to talk to Doodly Mickey or something, weren't we?
Minky Boodle. Sure. Yeah, Arlington, you're not going to take that long. We can catch you up.
Just wanted a quick look, see, just see how they're getting on. I'm not looking for. Not going to start inspecting their haunches and checking their teeth or anything, just to see if they can hold a blade.
So Abby and Arlington head outside to the courtyards to check on the troops, see what you're doing, that direction. And Abby's up for sparring as you get out. Once you kind of, is there anything in particular you want to know?
I just want to see how much faith should I have in this army? Is it like all people at the top of their game? Is it like, farmers with pitchforks kind of thing? Like, is it an army or is it just a bunch of people?
When you last left, under the guidance of Trooper, there was a little bit of an element of ain't gonna catch my breath, say goodbye to those who knew me. Boy, do I wish I took gym when I was in school. But now that they're being here for just a couple of days, only takes 5 minutes on the screen, but we go through a whole training montage where this army are tip-top in shape. Pitchforks were replaced with swords and poles and axes. It's a pretty good army. All you need to get army ready is one good personal trainer in 3 days.
So Trooper made a man out of them. Okay.
Yes, yeah. And follow my program for $500 a month, and I will get you in tip-top shape as well in 3 days or less. They're doing well. They're coordinated. Actually, this would be more a question for you. You know me, I'm military savvy. You got your little boys, your medium boys, and your big boys. What do you want you've got werewolves. You've got Binky Boodle will say this, so it'll be backwards knowledge, but he's willing to give you the Bahaglen Fina Rangers as well. So you also have them coming down towards you. He's here to help, so there's no point in RPing the fact that he comes with an army. The orcs from the Cliffs of the Hunt have arrived. They're pretty beefy. One of them is a chieftain. You actually, when you were up in Anagla, you would have seen that over the Widow's Ravine, there was all these trees crashed down. And when they pick new leaders in orc tribes, they have a sort of gladiator match across these trees, across a ravine. The players here might remember it as the very first Session Zero we played. Of course, he never captured it on screen. But it was part of the story. But they're here. His name is Finnavar, which I've since learned in Irish mythology is a lady's name. I'm not here to judge. It was named after a beer. White Hike had a beer called Finnavar. There was a Bran and Skolin as well in there as well. Back when this is a good idea to do a Session Zero, they were orcs, and I was throwing the C word around like nobody's business. And rightfully, everyone here was just like, maybe don't curse so much when you're orcs. And I was like, oh, yeah, fair enough.
The C word? As in, like...
The bad C word.
Oh, I thought it was like a slur for orc. I was like, I'm not familiar.
No. They were just calling everyone. They were calling everyone, actually, everyone. They were calling everyone runts.
See you next Tuesdays.
Exactly. And we're like,
what was your military question?
How do you want to organize your troops? You've got like giants. You've got like
So I was thinking about this when you were listening through. I think I want to try and have like a lieutenant or a general from one like group leading the battalion of the next group. So like a werewolf in charge of the dirty bitch boys, like a cloud giant in charge of the orcs, one of the Fianna and one of the dirty bitch boys, and one of the dirty bitch boys, like, and then to have it like part of the training so that like they're all kind of quite different, and like one will like maybe show them tactics they haven't used before, and then hopefully like oh cool, a werewolf leading us, that's kind of badass, or whatever. Or just like the sight of a giant cloud giant swinging in front of you, maybe to inspire the troops, or yeah, and to hopefully make sure they fight as one and not like individual little pockets.
That is fucking genius. Because how else are you going to teach them that the werewolves are going to do this thing that they do, and that I mean, I need to ask for a role, but I don't know what that role would be, because it's a really smart. You've MMA'd this army.
I don't have a good modifier for it, but I think history would be a good role, because I think this is probably coming from Iramon's memories of like being a king and like leading armies and shit.
Very good. And with that advantage, that's what advantage is for. Because modifiers are not always take advantage of your player.
That's a 15.
Yeah, lovely, really, really nice. And you're seeing this. You remember giving this order to Trooper a couple of days ago before you went to the Dog's Trials. Ended up in my notes, and everything that's happened since. Little Stan Lee pops up in the corner for reference. Check it. Homebrew episodes 62.
True believers.
Excelsior. The army are tip top shape.
Excellent.
And coordination, and not only is there a lieutenant, but they swap. So like it's on a rotation. So they're learning giant fight. They're learning werewolf fight. Everyone kind of takes turns. It's very egalitarian. And at the end of that, Abby turns to you and goes, "Wow, you know how to lead, but you know how to fight."
All right, I can read between the lines, Abby. Let's arm wrestle or whatever it is you want to do.
Yeah, she picks up two short swords, and they clear out a little dirt space, a little dirt circle. And she says, "Let's not draw a crowd. Wouldn't be good for morale if so there, I king, not draw first blood."
Your smack talk is pretty weak. I hope you can hit harder than that, my friend.
As you guys begin to spar, we'll cut back to the war room. But for the sake of just kind of figuring it out, D20 off?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody! Arlington and Aberdeen are all like fighting. Let's go over there.
Kill her.
Nice. I got a 19 on the dice.
10.
Flash of You're
You're not around.
Flash of Genius is not going to work.
You're still like, she's small, wiry. It's like The Rock versus The Big Show. It's like, how is this going to work out? Like, she does manage to draw a little bit of blood, but it's all in good sport.
If I can modify this slightly, can I use where are we? Hang on, sorry. Can I use a charge of my Pixie Torque of Gobby Protex to modify this roll so that as Abby's in the lead, the spectral goblin that appears in this thing like blocks one of her shots, and like I want it to look like it's a soldier protecting another soldier, being like, "Come on, get up!" And I want it to like anyone who's watching to like see what teamwork can do.
Ooh.
So that even if I lose, I want it to be a morale boost for the army.
Yes. This and any sharp-eared and eagle-eyed players and viewers will know why I'm hesitant here.
Mm-hmm.
A goblin does jump out in front of you and block an attack. You do still end up taking a bit of a slice. But at the end of that, the goblin doesn't back into your bracer. As you remember that you left that bracer in the Feywild in Hook's bedroom because it was a gift from Rua, and therefore you don't want to have it on you anymore because that's how she's been able to track you. But word of your leadership has drawn the ears of local goblins. And one little goblin, the goblin that you like, when you left the bracer behind, you let the goblin out, and that goblin has still stayed by your side.
So he's jumping out from the crowd to protect me rather than like
yeah, and it's the same goblin, but it's just like he's no longer coming from
Gobby!
I'd do anything for you.
Gobby is the free goblin.
So yes, there is all of that, but not from the item.
Swarm her, my goblins!
A wave of goblins come down. It's a nice fight. It's a good fight. Abby does take first blood. She pats you down with a little sort of sweat cloth. It was a good fight. She's fucking exhausted for all her dodging. She's sweating more than you're bleeding.
Oh, yes, you've clearly been training in my absence. It's good to see you haven't gotten soft in your old age. But you shouldn't let your guard down. No, I'm just kidding.
She flinches. She's back in the war.
Flinching.
Gotta take out 2 swords.
Back in the war room, you got Minky Boodle. You got Starcall and Marjorie disappear through the rift. They're off to get the Athena warriors to bring them back to here. They're going to be your kind of portal people.
Cool.
So it's Backwards Bastard, Minky Boodle, Sarah Susie.
Great. Sarah Suze, do you know Minky Boodle? You familiar?
Oh yeah, lovely to meet you. Head of the Athena. I was actually quartermaster of the Athena back in Rift. For the High Council thought that the Athena were not on their side. Great to meet you.
God, missed your cheery disposition, Suze.
Well, I think everything's grand now. Hey, Minky Boodle, you realize you're totally wrong? Wait, it wasn't you.
Yes.
Great.
No. Almost instantly when those 2 Hour Copper came back, the city was under siege, and we didn't even have to wait. We realized whatever you were doing, probably good that you were doing it.
Oh, great. Well, you had something to say? And old Double B.
Here to help, if anything. So, Brua obviously is doing something about bringing the planes together. Now, do I need to tell any of you why that's a bad idea?
No. No, we've been telling everyone for yonks that was an awful idea.
So you know about the Master of Elements.
Just in case.
Am I the master of elements? I have a lot of elements, you know.
No,
Both answers answer the question so well.
Just
I
make
got
sure.
fire. I got fire. I got other fire spells.
You have 1 element.
I have more than 1 element. I'm sure of it.
Surprise doesn't count.
I can answer for my friends. We have no idea who that is.
right. So you know the Fey invasion of Hibernia?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Oh, well.
Good times. Sure, I might have been there.
You might have been, maybe. You might have been. I don't remember you there.
Oh, were you there?
No,
Okay.
but like no one ever mentioned a fuck there.
Yeah, that'd be
And I feel
surprising.
like you say your name an extraordinary amount of times for it not to be written down in the books.
Yeah, I can't imagine anyone trying to write me out of history. You know, so they'd always want to be talking about me. That's what I would be doing.
Evidently. So this might come as a surprise, and it's one of the Fiona's biggest secrets. So I hope you're going to keep it to yourselves.
Probably not.
Less
Oh,
of
yeah.
an-
Great with
Okay.
secrets.
I want to stop talking now.
Hey, Randy, you keep it a secret.
I understand. I will try to keep the secret, but this group is not great at keeping secrets. So we will try our best. No, you
Yes.
don't stop. You don't stop. You continue.
Oh, okay. I'm beginning to think you're one of the gods.
He is
Thank you.
one of the gods.
Okay, one down. I'll get the other one sooner or later.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. It's me in Arlington.
Oh, well, now I know it's not you. It's obviously you then.
Are you explaining something there? What was that?
Less of an invasion and more of a separation of state for the good of everyone involved. And the reason we described it as an invasion in the history books is because if we pitted each other against each other, people be less inclined to rekindle us. So the realms, way, way, way back when, the beginning of the world, everything was one. You know this? Does this ring a bell?
The perfect time when everyone was friends.
Well, yes.
Friendship rang a band. I've been trying to bring it back.
Oh,
In a way.
Well, I'm going to stop talking now then.
Well, just making everyone friends with me.
Okay.
He's
So you
doing
don't
it.
want to bring all the realms back together.
No, he's
Oh,
doing
no,
it in a
that's been the
manual
whole-
sense.
That's been the whole thing. Yeah, I'm doing it, analog.
Because I wouldn't if I were you. The
Befriend
realm.
everyone.
No. Be friends with whoever you want. I don't give a shit.
I like he's my newest friend.
That's where I'm going to stop talking. The planes were all one, and everything was equal, and everything was the same. Then there was a shadow. Do you know? Hear about the shadow that came in and offered power to people? Does this ring a bell to anyone? You know what?
I
I'm
didn't
going to
say
assume you
it,
know
ring-
nothing.
it
Yeah,
rings a bell.
That's probably the best. Just keep going. Don't ask us any questions. Just tell your story. And if we do have any questions, we'll wait until the end of the presentation.
It's just polite.
Okay, so I'll do the quick one. Everything was one. A shadow came, offered power to the mountains and the elements. The elements and the mountains said no. And then they offered it to the birds and the bees and the fishes and the trees. They said no. And then they offered it to people. And people, jealous of a bird in the sky being able to fly and a fish in the sea being able to swim and tree being able to grow as tall as it does and the elements being able to wield fire, they said yes, which is where they got magic. But they took the magic from everything else. From the birds, the bees, the trees, the mountains and the hills. Which is why you don't see too many talking animals here anymore. Because there used to be.
Those people were they were cunts.
Yes.
That's not. Yeah. Huh.
Now, I wouldn't use that word if I were you. Just
Did she say they were cubs?
yeah, she said they were runts.
Just cubs of people, just underdeveloped. Yeah. And their empathy. Cubs.
The power came at a price. So they gave over, they got a lot of stuff, but that was the master of the elements who actually controlled all of it. And they controlled the land, the sky, and the sea, and everything else. So in which case, people, strong as they were, they actually ended up being under the kind of claw of these lads. And they didn't like that. But they couldn't get rid of them. Until they figured out a way that if they split the realms from all as one into three, maybe they could trap them between the space between the realms. So they split it into three. And that became the material, and the elemental, and the underworld. But they're very fierce powerful, these lads. More powerful than anything else. And so when the material and the Fae were one, Fae lived amongst people. It was beautiful, to be honest, in the books. It looks like a wonderful time. And this is what I think what Rue was trying to get back. But it just wasn't enough to keep them out. So we had to split again. A double splitting, a double shattering, if you will. And that's when we took the material away from the Fae. So we described it as an invasion, but actually it was just more of a, agreement to not really be together, even though it's loads of crack to actually be together. And so I have an agreement with this lad called King Puck, who is, God, if you've ever been to a party with one of his, it's fucking class. It's the best thing I've ever seen. But we can't be friends, because if we're friends, then we might want to put things back together. And if we put things back together, then the protection on the world is a little bit lesser, and these lads will get through. Which is probably how, if I'm being honest, those gods were killed. Something coming out of the gap between the realms. Because in theory, the realms being together, it's all fine. But it's just what comes out the other end. That's what you need to be worried about.
Okay,
And
so it's...
I'm just now realizing, backwards bastard, you came here to tell this story, and I'm after to steamroll and I told the story for you. You have just, because you came around. He was telling me, no, I'll just tell this bit. Yeah, he was telling me actually that the things he was seeing on his way through, well, it was a mix of everything. To me, leads me to believe that something's going on. Let's bring them all back together.
Yeah, that's Rua.
Yes, this is the one you've been talking about.
Yeah.
She just wants to make the Fae and the material together. But in doing so, she's actually making everything together.
Yeah, so she wanted to join them all together and then sieve out the one she didn't like.
Just the material and the Fae, but everything else stays the same.
No, so she was going to merge.
That's what she's trying.
Yeah, she was going to merge all the planes and then essentially remove everything except for the Fae and Wilds and the material plane.
I think she was going to unmerge them, but you don't have to worry about that. We already broke 2 of the locks.
Oh, what?
Have you looked at the sky? I just pointed the sky in the distance.
Yeah, it's in bits.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's what she was trying to do a thing. So we broke the thing she was trying to do. Sky's in bits. So it's probably good.
It's less safe for her to do the thing. Because, like, a bit of a crack, to be honest, too much of a risk. But have a lot of a crack. That's probably how Backwards Bastard made his way through.
You can't have too much crack. Sorry.
You don't need to apologize on this show, Keelan.
Don't be vulgar, Keelan.
Sorry.
How dare you?
Sorry.
What I
Okay,
can't
yeah.
understand, though, is why Ro would want them to be together.
Oh, she was banned from being in the Fae ever again. So she's stuck here in the material plane and potentially other planes.
We would have sent her back when we split them.
Oh yeah, no, she's banned now.
So why was she trying to get back here?
She wasn't trying to get back here. She's trying to get back into the Fae, and if she merges them, then she has to be there because she's already allowed to be in the material.
Listen here, kid. I'm saying when we split the Fae and the material plane, we split them. She would have been in the Fae world. It's only if she was trying to get back here, leaving cracks, that's why the Aarakocra were after you.
Like maybe if there was something in this plane that like she was drawn to, or maybe she wanted to be around for, or maybe you know, was proud of, maybe.
I have no.
This is a wild idea. Sorry, just ignore me. Just an idea.
But maybe she had something she loves.
Something she left behind in this realm. So what you're saying is she was back in the Feywilds and now she's actually trying to, but she's here. She's on the material plane.
This would have been thousands of years ago.
Oh yeah, I think the banishment happened somewhere after that.
Yeah,
She was banned from the Fae by the Fae.
Yes, but that's what you're telling me.
Yeah, into the old material plane.
Yes. Probably
And now
some
she's
cruel
trying-
Fae joke. If you want to be there so much, we'll leave you there.
They're all cruel.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
So wait, hang on. You're saying that she got banished here because she stayed so much time here?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, why is she here?
Because she got banished.
By the Fae to here.
This is the bit I'm confused at, to be honest, because we split the material and the Fae, and all the Fae went to the Fae world, and all the material stayed here. And
Yes.
if it wasn't for, so when she was in the Fae, then she got banished here.
Yes.
Yeah.
How? Okay. Well.
This is getting
She's
to
a-
this is getting to a
she's a
level
new
of
thing.
sorry, this is getting to a level of acting in which Ben is very convincing that he doesn't know what's going on. That I'm like, does Ben not know
Specifically
what's
told
going
us he
on?
hasn't planned this far, so
No,
No,
I
no,
He's
know
been drinking a
sorry,
10% beer.
I know
No,
Ben
no,
knows.
no, no. It's, hi, I know what's going on.
Yeah, no, I know.
now I believe even less.
What's going on now?
Yeah, so basically, you did the whole thing, and then after the fact, she was wrecking everyone's head, the Faes, and they were like, yeah, you can wreck their head instead. They banished her to the material, but she can't get back to the Fae. That's the only thing she wants, really.
And she said this.
I can't remember where we got the idea. There's a lot of information.
I wanted it all together because I mean, it did sound like it was pretty good, kind of like good for everyone when it was all smushed together.
Oh,
We
it's
thought,
great.
yeah.
You wanted?
The reason why it was bad is that like really powerful things were also here, and we didn't want them around. The whole like giving power to the people and then actually being a double-edged sword, and then ended up being, oh yeah, I don't know, like they were controlling us more than we were controlling the power we were given.
But
Okay.
we now have magic.
Yeah, but we have magic because of them.
I know. I'm just saying. So we got rid of them and then kept the magic.
Yeah,
That's a pretty sweet deal. I love magic.
in the space between the realms.
So we have to stay apart, ultimately.
If we want magic,
We were doing it.
Give them back their magic. Can we do that? Would that be?
oh no, they're some runts. So you wouldn't want to be giving them back. You wouldn't want them back at all. They fooled us, pretending to be really nice. Actually, they were really a bunch of dickheads.
That makes sense. Well, I mean, just because everyone was going to die when she smashed the planes together, that was enough of a reason for us to stop her.
We kind of just ran off that. Didn't ask for the questions, if I'm honest.
Yeah, she doesn't care if she kills people. She's trying to get back home.
Yeah, she never calls me on any of my birthdays.
We do have
also the planes thing.
I don't know why, but that sounds like you've multiple birthdays in a year.
I do.
You
My
do?
dad,
Okay.
my dad gave me multiple ones a year, hoping that one of them she'd call. So, when she called one birthday, I say, "Don't worry, maybe she did on next week's birthday."
That's the single saddest thing I've ever heard.
You will have multiple birthdays a year, right?
That's so unbelievably sad. That's heartbreaking.
Is that why you're 127?
Yeah.
My dad kept giving me birthdays until my mum would love me. That's so sad.
Everyone has that. Maybe it's just a bugbear thing. You don't do it, but I still it's a normal thing.
I don't know how bugbears do birthdays, and I'm Faye, so this sounds weird to me and sad. But humans.
It feels.
I'm just gonna follow the trauma troop. You know what? Let's kill her. Let's kill her dead.
It does.
Iggy's slowly realizing she was abused as a child.
It feels so bad. The longer we stay with Iggy, the sadder we find out loads of things about her. It's like we can find the happiest moment in your life, and then you'll just open up about some horrible childhood thing.
Iggy has far and away the darkest backstory of any of us. Like, far and away.
We'll live with death forever, so don't worry.
She just got a death. It's the happy ending everyone hoped for. Girl loses mother. Mother never turns up to her multitude of birthdays.
Oh my god.
Girl becomes god of death. Kills mother.
Tale all this time.
Yeah. Well, it will be now.
Oh my god.
Shut up. Finish the stream.
Are you crying or are you laughing at Iggy's pain?
Oh.
Yeah. That's very Irish.
They say finish on your best material, and there's nothing sadder and funnier than everything that Iggy's been through and the entire story. It's the neatest bow that we've managed to do. It's so sad.
Does anyone else think that Iggy's father might be a bit of a piece of work? Keep trying this,
Yeah.
What makes me think is that for a man to be that optimistic, I know Bacchus because I play him, but he also is madly in love with Rua, and part of him's like, and you'll remember our anniversary too.
Oh no!
Well, that's every month. Everyone only has those every month, not every two.
Every 2
He's
months.
sitting there. The sad family.
Okay. So anyway, what were we talking about? Rua's motivations? Because I obviously understand them very clearly.
Ultimately, giving you more reasons to stop her if you needed them. That's all that was.
Okay.
The peek behind the curtain. Way back when everything was together, they split it into three. They split it into three again to trap things that gave people power. It's in one of the. Remember when I back used to do like long, vague intros. One of them is that.
Oh yeah, I keep meaning to go back and listen to those things he used to say at the beginning. There's like little. Well, it's just only Italian now, right? It's like
You could have been doing.
Is it a field? She has a box. Inside the box is a stadium. Who knows? It's gonna all Sounds right.
Verbatim, if this is your first time watching, that's what it's in.
You're gonna get back and that's what's gonna be.
It's 10:25. Let's bring this let's bring this train into the station. So, is there anything you want to ask? Mickey's going to stick around. He's going to be here. He's going to be like, if we're going to Mass Effect this, he's now just an NPC in the ship. You can come do whenever you need. Consider the Kingdom of Osprey your ship, and consider this the end of the game. So, if you need to have conversations, we can also flashpoint things as needs be. Because it would also be nice in the end fight to flashpoint moments of inspiration. So, quick summary. Everything was together. I think I've said this before, but just to tie it up, everything was together. They split into 3: material, underworld, elemental. Wasn't strong enough. These beings, whatever they are, kept crashing through. They split into 3 again: Feywild, material, shadow, underworld, far realm. Rua, for whatever reason, was in the Feywild realm, kept trying to come back to the material plane. And for that, for creating these cracks in the realms, which these things so scary that they're not even a crack, would be acceptable, banished her here. If you like it so much, fucking stay there, essentially.
Oh.
But that's a summary of both what you have told Minky and what Minky has told you. So the Rua bits, that was you providing that information, not him. And mostly for people in the chat who seem to be wildly confused about what's happened in the last 30 minutes.
Yeah. I also want to point out our visuals are also going a little bonkers now as well. So
Everything is coming to a...
That'll be the world's colliding. You know?
Trust 5 drunken idiots to try explain what was meant to be an intricate D&D campaign. Fuck you, Sunday Ben. Fuck you.
What about the campaign? What about Iggy's sad life? That's the real thing we're fighting for.
I will always find a way to make this about my weird parental issues here. So.
And just to let everyone know, I cracked this open over the break. Zesty Zebra.
Is good.
Actually is, compared to the 10.5. The 10.5 is, this episode.
Is the Morrigan going to be the death of you?
Hey, inspiration.
I use it immediately. I don't know.
Cool. That's right. So, anything while we're in the war room, you want to ask, even just like we can table talk it, like we can kind of step away from characters just to be like, what the fuck is going on? We have 3 episodes left.
Can I officially be a Fiona? I've done all the things. You know, here's I've did the marathon. Sponsored by all the people for the money. Did the marathon. I did the Fae. I've done all sorts of stuff. In fact, you've not even been to the Astral Sea. Neither have I. Actually, I have. Have I?
You nearly shot at his calves doing the skipathon. You really put a lot of effort into it.
The readathon in comparison was like that's easy. Yeah.
That was the most difficult part, I think.
Yeah, Mickey Budo goes, well, I tell you what. If we make it out of this alive, and there's a Fiona left, you can be the fucking head of it. I'm done.
All right.
Oh no.
This is perfect. We'll hunt them Fae.
Infinite friends.
Them Fae are going down.
No,
this is his plan all along.
I don't think you were listening. We pretend to be annoyed at the Fae, and we send any that come through back. Because they
great. That was my plan all along. I was going to infiltrate you though up and then do that instead of the killing. You know, your lower ones, they keep trying to kill people.
Yes, that's why we keep trying to send them back.
Ah, yeah.
And stop them.
I meant the Fiona, not the Fae.
Oh, what?
Did you never explain the time thing to Puck, actually?
The time thing?
You know, the Fae time thing.
No.
You don't know? Or you didn't?
Well, anytime I come to the Fae and back just for like meetings and stuff, Puck sends me.
All right.
I feel like it's a personal portal I'm taking.
Oh, okay.
Time thing. What happens at time thing? What's this time thing?
You know, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You don't know a lot of things, I think.
That's where I stopped talking.
I think so I'll just remind the group also, we have an open invitation by Rua to have a conversation with her. She did give me that. We're trying to find a location that we think would be better or more advantageous on our side than it would be for her. We also have we have the cauldron. We've Dagda's cauldron locked away. So we can also do something with that. We need to find the sword, which I'm assuming that Manny McLear's sword, which I'm guessing that Rua has now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's also probably a bad thing. So what is our plan to go forward? We can go to the Divine Astral Plane place to kind of guess more answers about the gods. Or is that a route that we need to go down right now? Or
maybe talking to Rua is more pertinent.
Yeah, but sure, we can talk to Mickey if he has any ideas about, private places or good places to meet with the Fae. Seeing as that seems like the kind of thing he would have done.
Oh, yes, we do have a room specially built. Although, it's in the city.
Oh no! Do we finally go to
just so happen to have a
Bagland?
map that I drew especially.
The bunks are going to Bagland. Probably.
Does Ben finally get his wish?
No, I fulfilled that fantasy with Gavin. We've done the city.
Yeah, he was already there.
Yeah, I've already been.
I wish that was the first time you'd said that sentence.
Yeah.
The temptation is to end on a cliffhanger, but I don't think we need to. You've got a plan. We know what's happening next stream.
That's kind of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
The cliffhanger would be that we've forgotten what our plan
It's
is.
a cliffhanger for the audience in that it's tempting you with plot progression.
Yeah. Talk with Rua.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Well,
Lovely.
stumbling. Not a clean ending to an episode, but it's an ending.
Inky, tell us more sad things about your birthdays.
Oh, you know what?
There were no candles, or there was too many.
Here's a lovely.
Okay, hang on. Will we end?
No, I have something that I forgot to mention, and it's a nice thing to put in, because it's very sweet. Randir, as the conversation comes to a natural close, and people kind of go about their evening's business, Susan comes up to you and says, can I show you something?
Yes.
Okay.
So wait, hang on. I don't want to be too eager. Of course.
She begins walking towards her room in the castle. She goes, okay, I feel like you're the only person who might understand this. And I don't want you to tell anyone else about this. But do you remember a couple of days ago, you gave me one of those boxes of yours that can record sounds?
Yes.
Okay, and you go into her room. It's very simple. It's plain. There's bed. Her weapons are on the wall. And you do actually see in the corner a flyer hanging. She goes, well, okay, I made this for you. It is just something I made while you're gone, and I hope you like it. And she hands you over one of your boxes, but on it is a piece of parchment that's taped. And it just goes for Randir, and there seems to be 10 tracks with a track list.
Oh, thank you. And I'm gonna
Oh, please don't listen to it. Please don't listen to it here. That would be just in. If you like it, just let me know. And if you don't let me know. Please don't let me know.
This is very sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, I wrote a lot of them myself.
You're a bard?
Don't tell any. Please don't tell anyone.
Okay, no, I won't say anything at all. Randir's like clutching it a little bit closer now that he knows that she made them. Literally made him a mixtape of songs that she also sang.
Okay. I guess I'll see you at dinner.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. He's just nervously like walks out the door.
And as the door closes, and Sarasuke goes, "Oh fuck. Okay. Fuck. Okay. We're good sons. Okay. We'll end today's episode of Homebrew.
This fucking idiot doesn't know what mixology is at all. He doesn't even understand his profession.
We'll be back in 2 weeks' time, aptly for Valentine's Day. It will be February.
Oh.
What?
I can already see the episode title: Boner Jams 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time.
Oh,
February 15th. There's only 3 left. There's only 3 left of this campaign of this show. When we did that thing where we just said 5, so we're going first. That's the. I don't know how to end campaigns. I don't know how to say goodbye to guests. I don't know how to do anything right where it comes to
To
bringing.
be fair, you didn't know how to run a campaign before you started this show. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And he
So,
still doesn't.
Take us out of here. We'll be back February 14th. Until then, look after yourselves. Be sound. Good night and joy be with you. Oh.
Sad backstory, Ireland has never had a birthday. Okay, see you in 2 weeks.